Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I'm Sri Nur Hayati. I'm gonna present the paper. The title is The Effectiveness of Virtual Classroom Learning in Islamic Early Childhood Education. This paper was written by 6 authors: Sri Nur Hayati, Ahmad Wahyu Hidayat, Indarti Sumi Wiawan, Dwi Noviatul Zahra, Anggi Fitri, and also Muhammad Iqbal Fasa. Okay, now let's go on to the introduction session. The influence of the COVID-19 disease outbreak in Indonesia in 2020 has started to reach the quality of study, with national and state governments introducing policies to close all schools. So educators must design learning media as an advancement by using digital tools. Giving activities can be done by utilizing online media in the form of WhatsApp, Facebook, Zoom meetings, Google Meet, by planning the implementation or planning activities that can be taken by parents to the institution by paying attention to health protocols. The adoption of effective virtual classroom has huge implications for teaching and learning, and it encourages students' interest in learning content and promotes teacher efficiency. In this article, we will describe the effectiveness of virtual classroom learning activities in Islamic early childhood education. Now let's go into the literature review. According to Gersten, in 2001, effectiveness in the learning process should be seen from the relationship between lecturers who teach students by using certain methods in situations to achieve certain institutional goals. Singla et al. In 2020, learning is said to be successful if it meets the intended goals in both process of teaching outcomes and student performance. Virtual classrooms have proven to be very effective in distance education dispensation programs in many countries of the world. Online learning is a learning mode that develops with skills in line with the development of information and communication technology. Okay, now let's go on into the method of the research. This research is a case study to see online learning's effectiveness through virtual classroom application used by Prayata Subang Playgroup or KOBER. This study includes a descriptive qualitative, so researchers will collect and analyze qualitatively obtained data and described through narrative. Data is collected through interviews and documentation studies. This observation was done by way of researchers looking directly at how the online learning process in Prayata Subang Playgroup. The interview was conducted with 1 principal, 4 teachers, and 10 parents of students to find out the learning process. In contrast, the documentation study is done to see the relevant literature with the research. Now let's go on into the findings and discussion. Virtual classroom learning implemented today is certainly not without constraints and obstacles. Online learning has a challenge: the availability of weak internet services, so that the explanation or instruction given by the teacher is not appropriately conveyed so that the students fully understand it. As with the obstacle faced in KOBER Prayata, inadequate signal conditions are one of the obstacles for teachers and students when carrying out the learning process. The role of parents in online learning in early childhood education units is significant and influential. One of the objectives of online learning is that essential purpose of online learning is to train students to learn comprehensively and independently. According to Kuo et al., online learning can foster responsibility and autonomy in learning because it has a more student-centered nature. Nevertheless, in early childhood, has not been able to learn independently, therefore there needs to be assistance from the parents. So for the conclusion, the effectiveness of virtual classroom learning in the Prayata playgroup has been quite effective with a success rate of 85%. Virtual classroom learning is conducted using several applications such as Zoom, WhatsApp, Instagram, YouTube, and Quizy. The findings of the study that the participation of students is quite good, judged by the level of attendance and activeness in participating in learning activities. Parents also play an active role in accompanying and assisting children in learning. Besides, teachers also provide different virtual class learning so that children are happy and do not feel bored following learning. Thank you so much. That's all as my presentation today. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.